Waking up several times a night, struggling to start urinating, feeling like your bladder never truly empties. These aren't just minor annoyances. They're your prostate sending a clear distress signal. And while this issue affects over half of men in their 60s and nearly 70% by age 70, a critical conversation about prevention almost never happens at the doctor's office. I'm Dr. Rachel from Vital Eternity, a geriatrician and men's health specialist, with 25 years of clinical experience helping men reclaim their vitality. Today, I'll walk you through 4 research-backed daily habits that actively shield your prostate. No prescriptions or surgeries required. These aren't vague tips, they're proven strategies shown in studies to outperform some medications in certain cases. And the 4th one? It surprises most of my patients every single time. Your prostate is a small gland about the size of a walnut, nestled right below your bladder. It wraps around the urethra, that vital tube carrying urine out of your body. As the years go by, hormonal shifts, like changes in testosterone and estrogen levels, can cause this gland to enlarge, squeezing that tube like a foot stepping on a garden hose. The result? A weak stream, trouble starting, that nagging never quite empty feeling. And yes, those exhausting midnight bathroom runs that disrupt your sleep and leave you groggy the next day. Too many men shrug this off as an inevitable part of aging, something you just have to live with. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be this way. Groundbreaking science reveals you can protect your prostate starting today and even reverse some symptoms with consistent effort. Before we dive into these habits, let me know in the comments if this sounds familiar. Type yes if you've experienced any of these symptoms, or no if you haven't. At Vital Eternity, we read and respond to every comment. It's how we build this community of empowered men taking charge of their health. So, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more practical health advice tailored for seniors. We cover everything from joint mobility to heart health, all grounded in real science. Now, let's dive into the first daily habit that keeps your prostate healthy and resilient. This one starts right at your kitchen sink, and it's something you can implement with your very next meal. You've heard a dozen times to eat more veggies, but few realize that it's not about single superstar foods, like just adding a tomato here or a broccoli floret there. There's an overlooked detail that transforms Eat Your Greens into a true prostate-protecting powerhouse. I like to call it the smart plate shift. Now you might be thinking, Doc, I've tried eating salads before, and it didn't change a thing. I get it. Changing a lifetime of eating habits can feel like climbing Mount Everest, especially when you're dealing with family meals, busy schedules, or just plain old cravings for comfort food. But I'm not here to preach about kale smoothies at dawn or force you into a restrictive diet that feels unsustainable. At Vital Eternity, we're all about having a friendly chat, sharing real-world guidance, and stripping out the guesswork so you can make changes that stick. The Smart Plate Shift means reshaping your entire meal so that whole, unprocessed plant foods take the lead role on your plate. I've seen countless men try eating more tomatoes or broccoli on their own and feel disappointed when nothing changes. That's because the real protective power comes from a pattern. A consistent combination of vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds working together, meal after meal, day after day. When you eat this way, you're not just filling up, you're fighting inflammation at its root. Chronic inflammation creates a hostile environment inside the prostate, making it easier for benign enlargement, known as BPH, to progress and even setting the stage for more serious conditions like prostate cancer. Plant-based patterns flood your system with powerful natural compounds, polyphenols, carotenoids, flavonoids, and more. These act like tiny firefighters, calming that inflammation and helping keep prostate tissue healthier and more resilient. Take polyphenols, for example. They're found in berries, apples, and leafy greens, and studies show they can inhibit the enzymes that promote prostate cell overgrowth. Fiber plays another critical role here. It doesn't just help with digestion and keeping you regular, it also helps your body regulate key hormones like estrogen and testosterone. Balanced hormone activity means less stimulation for the prostate to keep growing, which can translate to fewer urinary problems, better flow, and a lower risk of complications down the road. High-fiber foods bind to excess hormones in your gut and help escort them out of your body, preventing them from recirculating and causing trouble. To put this into action, start building each meal around foods that work for your prostate, not against it. Fill at least half your plate with a vibrant mix of vegetables, like spinach, kale, broccoli, carrots, and bell peppers, and legumes such as lentils, beans, chickpeas, or black-eyed peas. Pair them with whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, barley, or oats, plus a variety of colorful fruits. Think berries, citrus, and apples, nuts, almonds, walnuts, and seeds, flax, chia, pumpkin. At the same time, be intentional about what you scale back. Research has linked higher dairy intake to an increased risk of prostate issues, including cancer. So consider replacing cow's milk with almond, oat, or soy milk. Fortified versions can even provide extra calcium without the risks. Swap fatty cuts of meat for hearty plant-based proteins like tofu, tempeh, or edamame. The Adventist Health Study, which tracked over 100,000 people for years, found that men following a vegan diet had a 35% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those regularly eating animal products. Another large study involving over 2,000 men with prostate cancer showed that those in the highest group of plant-based eaters had a 56% lower risk of their disease progressing. And let's not forget the Nurses' Health Study and Health Professionals' Follow-Up Study, which echoed these findings, showing reduced risks across the board. Beyond the prostate, this eating pattern supports healthy weight management, better blood sugar control, and lower cholesterol levels, factors that also reduce the strain on your urinary system and overall vitality. When you make this shift, the benefits can show up quickly. Many men at Vital Eternity notice they sleep more deeply because they wake less often to use the bathroom at night. Over time, they gain more energy during the day, feel lighter on their feet, and have the peace of mind that they're actively protecting their prostate health for the long haul. The best way to start is small and sustainable. Tonight, try a simple lentil and vegetable stir-fry. Sauté onions, garlic, carrots, zucchini, and spinach with lentils, season with turmeric, another anti-inflammatory powerhouse, and serve over brown rice. Tomorrow morning, swap the cream and sugar in your oatmeal for fresh berries, a sprinkle of flax seeds, and a dash of cinnamon. Each of these micro-changes may feel minor, but together, they build a foundation your prostate will thank you for. Add in some variety. Roasted Brussels sprouts one day, a bean salad the next, to keep things interesting and ensure you're getting a broad spectrum of nutrients. One common mistake I see is thinking that adding a handful of kale to a plate full of processed foods, like fast food or sugary snacks, will solve the problem. It won't. The consistent pattern of meals day after day is what creates the real change. Processed foods fuel inflammation with their trans fats and additives, undoing the good work of your plants. Another pitfall is going too extreme too fast. Start with one meal a day and build from there to avoid burnout. The Smart Plate shift is your base, the solid ground that keeps everything else you do for your prostate working better. It sets the stage for reduced inflammation, hormonal balance, and overall resilience. And now let's talk about habit number 2. Something so simple, you might doubt its power, but trust me, it makes all the difference when done right. Don't just go for a walk, go for targeted exercise. Targeted exercise is a focused way of using movement as medicine for your prostate, turning every step, stretch, and muscle contraction into a deliberate investment in keeping your urinary system strong and your prostate healthier for years to come. At Vital Eternity, we emphasize that exercise isn't about punishing your body. It's about nurturing it with purposeful activity. Targeted exercise combines 2 key elements. The first is aerobic movement, 15 to 30 minutes a day of low-impact activities like brisk walking, swimming, cycling, or water aerobics. These aren't high-intensity workouts that leave you exhausted. They're steady, sustainable forms of movement that get your heart rate up without straining your joints or overwhelming your energy levels. The second element is pelvic floor strengthening, often called Kegel exercises. Twice a day, do 3 sets of 10 slow contractions, holding each for 5 to 10 seconds, then relaxing fully. This directly engages the muscles that support bladder control, reduce urinary urgency, and help maintain prostate function. Now, I know some men doubt whether gentle exercise can actually improve prostate health. The answer is a resounding yes, and the research is convincing. Regular aerobic movement helps reduce the inflammatory signals, like cytokines and C-reactive protein, that drive prostate cell overgrowth. It boosts your body's natural antioxidant defenses, such as superoxide dismutase and catalase, which protect prostate cells from oxidative damage caused by free radicals. At the same time, exercise improves insulin sensitivity and lowers excess body fat. That matters because extra fat tissue, especially around the abdomen, fuels the release of inflammatory chemicals and hormonal changes that encourage the prostate to keep enlarging. In men over 60, moderate aerobic activity 5 days a week is linked with up to a 25% lower risk of developing benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH), according to studies from the American Journal of Epidemiology, and around a 20% lower risk of early-stage prostate cancer progressing compared to men who remain sedentary, as per research in the Journal of Clinical Oncology. That's a significant difference, and it doesn't come from a pill or a medical procedure. It comes from consistent, targeted movement that you control. Let's break it down further. Start with movement that fits your body's current abilities. Swimming is one of the best low-impact aerobic exercises you can do for your prostate. It works your whole body, gets your blood flowing to the pelvic area, and avoids placing extra pressure on the perineal region, which can be helpful if you have an enlarged prostate or prostatitis. Even a 15 to 30-minute swim, once or twice a week, can be a powerful addition to your routine, especially when paired with other activities. Imagine gliding through the water, feeling the gentle resistance building strength without the jarring impact of running. If you prefer something more accessible, brisk walking is an excellent option. It's gentle on the joints and easy to adapt to your fitness level. If uneven pavement bothers your knees or hips, try walking on a treadmill, in a local park with smooth paths, or even in a shopping mall where the floor is level and climate-controlled. Aim for consistency rather than intensity. Steady, moderate effort is what delivers the long-term benefits. Track your steps with a simple pedometer or app to stay motivated. Many of my patients at Vital Eternity aim for 5,000 to 7,000 steps a day as a starting point. Alongside aerobic activity, add pelvic floor muscle training. To identify the right muscles, briefly stop your urine midstream during a bathroom visit, just once to learn, not as a habit. Then, practice contracting and relaxing them when you're not in the bathroom, perhaps while sitting in your favorite chair or driving. 3 sets of 10 contractions twice a day, holding each for 5 to 10 seconds, can make a measurable difference in urinary control and comfort. For an added boost, try gentle yoga poses like the cobbler's pose, sitting with soles of feet together, knees out, or hero pose, kneeling with feet apart, to stretch and strengthen the pelvic floor while also lowering stress levels, which indirectly supports prostate health by reducing cortisol, a hormone that can exacerbate inflammation. The most effective daily approach is to combine one moderate aerobic session with your pelvic floor work. Together, they control weight, reduce inflammation, improve circulation to the prostate, and enhance urinary function, which helps preserve your gland's resilience. If joint pain makes traditional exercise difficult, choose water-based activities like aqua aerobics or seated chair exercises to protect your mobility while still improving blood flow. If 30 minutes of movement feels like too much at first, split it into 2 15-minute sessions, one in the morning, one in the evening, to keep it manageable and build momentum. Always warm up before you start with light marching in place or arm circles, and cool down afterward with gentle stretches to prevent muscle strain and protect your joints. Some men think only high-intensity workouts like weightlifting or running marathons improve health, but that's not true for prostate care. For your prostate, moderate, consistent movement is what produces the best results over time, without the risk of overexertion. Another common mistake is overworking the pelvic muscles. Gentle, controlled contractions are far more effective than maximal effort, which can lead to unnecessary tension, discomfort, or even counterproductive tightening. Listen to your body. If you feel any pain, ease up and consult your doctor. A consistent routine that combines a daily walk or swim with pelvic floor training can lower inflammation, support healthy weight, strengthen bladder control, and even improve your mood through endorphin release. The next habit builds on this foundation by adding a simple daily practice that works inside your body to reinforce prostate protection even further. While green tea and tomatoes have earned respect for their role in prostate health, thanks to compounds like lycopene and catechins, pomegranate stands in a class of its own, with centuries of medicinal use now backed by modern high-level scientific evidence. For thousands of years, healers across cultures, from ancient Persia to traditional Chinese medicine, valued pomegranate for its healing properties, using it to treat everything from digestive issues to inflammation. And today, clinical research confirms its extraordinary ability to protect prostate tissue in ways that few other foods can match. This fruit delivers exceptional antioxidant capacity, about 3 times greater than red wine or green tea, thanks to 2 potent compounds, punicalagins and ellagic acid. These plant polyphenols go beyond general health benefits. They target the prostate directly, neutralizing oxidative stress that can drive enlargement and speed the progression of cancer. In laboratory and animal studies, punicalagins and ellagic acid have been shown to slow the growth of prostate cancer cells, trigger their self-destruction through a process called apoptosis, and block the chemical pathways tumors use to spread, such as angiogenesis, the formation of new blood vessels that feed tumors. One landmark trial at UCLA followed 46 men who had undergone prostate cancer treatment but still had rising PSA levels, a sign the disease was advancing. Those who drank just 8 ounces of pomegranate juice each day saw their PSA doubling time stretch from a median of 15 months to an astonishing 54 months. That's nearly 4 times slower disease progression, with fewer treatment-related side effects and better quality of life. Another randomized, placebo-controlled study tested pomegranate extract in capsule form on 104 men. Whether they took 1 gram or 3 grams daily, their PSA doubling time improved significantly, from 11.9 months to 18.5 months on average. This confirms that both the juice and the concentrated extract can deliver measurable, lasting benefits for prostate health, even in men with existing conditions. And a meta-analysis of multiple studies published in the journal Nutrients reinforced these findings, showing consistent reductions in oxidative markers and inflammation in prostate tissue. Your prostate will only benefit if you're consistent, so aim for 1 glass, about 8 ounces or 240 milliliters of 100% pure pomegranate juice each day. Read the label carefully. It should come from the whole fruit, with no added sugars, no concentrates, and no blends that dilute the potency. This keeps the full spectrum of polyphenols intact while avoiding unnecessary sugars that can spike blood glucose and work against your metabolic health. If you prefer a lower sugar approach or want something more convenient for travel or busy days, a standardized pomegranate extract such as Pomi-T or Pomex capsules can work just as well. Research shows that taking between 1 and 3 grams daily can deliver the same PSA doubling time improvement seen with the juice. Look for products that specify their polyphenol content. Aim for at least 30% punicalagins to ensure you're getting the therapeutic dose your prostate needs. The easiest way to make this a permanent habit is to link it to something you already do every day. Pour your juice at breakfast alongside your coffee, or take your supplement with your morning vitamins or medications. Many of my patients at Vital Eternity use a habit tracker app on their phone, set a daily reminder, or keep the bottle visible in the kitchen fridge so they never miss a dose. Start with a small ritual. Maybe blend the juice with some ice for a refreshing slushie, or mix it into a smoothie with berries and spinach for extra antioxidant punch. Don't confuse pomegranate-flavored drinks or sodas with the real thing. Those products are usually loaded with high-fructose corn syrup, artificial flavorings, and contain only trace amounts of the active compounds that protect the prostate. The same goes for sweetened blends or juices made from concentrate. They dilute the very compounds your prostate needs and can add empty calories. Staying with pure juice or standardized extract ensures you're actually getting the benefits supported by scientific evidence. To amplify the effects, combine this habit with your smart plate shift. Pomegranate pairs beautifully with plant-based meals, like adding the seeds to a salad or yogurt alternative. Over time, patients report not just better prostate markers, but also improved energy, clearer skin, and even better cardiovascular health, since these compounds support heart function too. Now that you've mastered this delicious, doctor-approved habit, we can move to the fourth and final habit. It's so simple you might question whether it can really make a difference, yet it can start transforming your prostate health the moment you put it into practice. This one might surprise you, but it is one of the most natural, accessible, and scientifically supported habits you can adopt. What I call natural prostate cleansing works alongside good nutrition, regular exercise, and routine screenings to form a complete shield for your prostate health. This is not about awkwardness or taboo. It's about giving your prostate a regular, healthy workout backed by solid research. Men who keep this habit often see measurable benefits, including a lower risk of prostate cancer, reduced inflammation, and a cleaner, healthier gland over time. Think of it as essential maintenance. Just like you wouldn't skip cleaning your kitchen or changing the oil in your car, you shouldn't allow waste to sit in your prostate ducts for weeks on end. In medical terms, natural prostate cleansing simply means ejaculating regularly through partnered intimacy, masturbation, or whatever method feels right for you, so that old fluid, dead cells, and possible toxins don't accumulate in the gland. The prostate constantly produces fluid as part of semen, rich in enzymes, proteins, and zinc. Without regular release, that fluid sits stagnant in the ducts, where it can trigger local inflammation, bacterial buildup, or even crystal formation. Over years, chronic inflammation is one of the quiet factors linked to cell changes that increase cancer risk, as it promotes DNA damage and uncontrolled growth. By releasing regularly, you flush out that buildup, keep the ducts clear, reduce irritation, and help maintain a healthier tissue environment. It's like hitting the reset button on your prostate's internal plumbing. One of the landmark pieces of research on this topic is the Harvard Health Professionals Follow-Up Study, where researchers tracked over 31,000 men for nearly 20 years. They found that those who ejaculated about 21 times per month had up to a 31% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to men with less frequent release, 4 to 7 times per month. Another study from Australia involving over 2,300 men confirmed similar findings. Frequent ejaculation in younger years, 20s, 40s, was associated with a 36% reduced risk later in life. And a 2016 review in European Urology synthesized data from 18 studies, concluding that higher ejaculation frequency correlates with lower prostate cancer incidence, potentially due to reduced stagnation and inflammation. Aiming for around 20 releases per month can significantly reduce prostate cancer risk, but it's not a strict quota. What matters is steady clearance over time to prevent buildup. If that number feels out of reach right now, start where you are and build up gradually. Even increasing from once a week to twice can make a difference. The benefit comes from frequency, not the method. From a medical standpoint, sex with a partner and masturbation have the same effect in flushing out old fluid from the prostate. This means men without a steady partner, or those dealing with erectile challenges, can still achieve the same protective benefits through self-stimulation. At Vital Eternity, we discuss this topic routinely with professionalism, not judgment. It's a biological function, no different from recommending exercise or hydration. Even with this habit, regular medical oversight is essential. This is not a replacement for annual prostate exams, PSA blood tests, digital rectal exams, or consultations with your urologist. Think of it as part of a layered strategy. When combined with consistent medical monitoring, it offers maximum protection. The effect becomes even stronger when paired with your other prostate-friendly habits. A diet rich in tomatoes for lycopene, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli for sulforaphane, and healthy fats from avocados and nuts reduces oxidative stress in the prostate. Regular exercise, especially aerobic activity and pelvic floor training, improves blood flow to the area, aiding in clearance and reducing systemic inflammation. Adding a daily serving of pomegranate juice or extract provides additional antioxidant support to combat any residual damage. Together, These habits create a synergy that keeps the prostate healthier for longer, potentially delaying or preventing the need for interventions like alpha blockers or TERP surgery. Men who adopt this habit often report more energy, fewer urinary discomforts, like less dribbling or urgency, and a greater sense of control over their health. There's also a psychological benefit. Knowing you're following a clear, evidence-backed plan alongside regular screenings can bring real peace of mind, reducing anxiety about aging. If you're already dealing with discomfort, inflammation, or urinary issues, it's worth discussing anti-inflammatory medications like NSAIDs or pelvic floor physical therapy with your doctor. Lifestyle changes can be powerful, but targeted medical support may be necessary for more advanced symptoms, such as acute prostatitis or severe BPH. While medication plays an important role in prostate care, natural strategies like this are often under-discussed, despite strong supporting evidence from cohort studies and meta-analyses. Both approaches can work together to protect your health. Before making changes to your routine, especially if you have cardiovascular disease, sexual dysfunction, or are on medications like blood thinners, check in with your doctor to ensure safety. Keep the focus on frequency, not technique, and approach it clinically. Set a gentle goal, perhaps tracking it privately if that helps, and integrate it into your relaxation time. When combined with a nutrient-dense diet, regular exercise, and routine screenings, regular ejaculation becomes a safe, non-invasive daily habit that supports your independence, comfort, and confidence as you age. It doesn't replace medical care, it enhances it, helping you enjoy better prostate health for years to come. You now hold 4 powerful, research-backed tools to actively protect your prostate starting today. These aren't complex medical interventions, they're daily choices within your control, backed by studies from prestigious institutions like Harvard, UCLA, and the American Cancer Society. But your journey matters just as much as the science. Tell me in the comments which habit stood out to you most. Was it the surprising power of the smart plate shift, the targeted exercise strategy, the antioxidant punch of pomegranate, or the eye-opening natural prostate cleansing? Share your first step. Maybe it's trying that lentil stir-fry or scheduling a swim. Your plan inspires others in our Vital Eternity community. And if questions popped up while watching, like, how do I know if my pomegranate juice is pure? Or what if I have ED? Ask them below. I read every single comment and reply personally whenever possible. If this video gave you practical hope and actionable steps, please tap the like button. It signals YouTube to share this with more men who need it. Subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't yet. We release new videos every week, breaking down senior health myths with real, evidence-based solutions. Here's my personal request. Share this video right now with one man in your life, a brother, friend, neighbor, or colleague over 60. Forward the link, text it, email it, or even watch it together. Early action changes outcomes. You could help someone sleep through the night again, avoid unnecessary medication, or catch issues early. Up next on your screen, my deep dive into another powerful fruit that helps shrink your prostate. The truth no one tells you about berries and their role in reducing inflammation and supporting urinary flow. Click it now to discover how simple dietary tweaks can amplify these habits even further. Until next time, remember this: your vitality isn't a lottery ticket. It's built daily through informed choices. Protect it fiercely. I'm Dr. Rachel from Vital Eternity, here to help you thrive, not just survive. Stay strong, stay proactive, and I'll see you in the next video.